Hello. Alright, let's get this started, shall we? So, doing this one. Alright, let's do this. Oh, hi. Hi, Shadow. I wasn't expecting you to show up so quickly. How's it going? Muffalicious. I'm doing okay. Alright. Yeah, that was a... Okay. Okay. Clean things up a bit. Yeah. Nope. That's fine. Okay. you really do enjoy those, don't you? Nice. They're pretty good. Bubbles in the air. Okay, so this one. Oh. Yeah, getting confused. No? Yeah, no. Oh. His eyes goes back in. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. Baka. Baka. Yes. I enjoy it. Oh, okay, I didn't do that right. Super lolly gear attack blast. Or whatever it is. Baka baka. Well, that is a lot of yellow. Oh god. Nice. Alright, I'm getting back into the groove. Love to see it. It is say... Okay, it does say I'm... like... session 7 on this. Okay. Brilliant dragon. Stock bubble. Huh. Okay. Oh god! Speed! Ah! I wasn't ready for this speed. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to restart. Good lord. Special card attack, big nuclear bomb lolly, get attack blast. Yeah, it's pretty good. Good lord, this song's insanely fast. Yeah, I just gotta get used to it. It'll be fine. Oh. Or I can just do that. I, like, not hit the target whatsoever. Yeah, if I just never give her a chance to breathe, we should have this. Okay, what's this do? Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah. I think that's gonna stop me. Eh. No. Oh, good. I need her to get downed again. I am a god. How did I time that? Yes. Yeah, it's over. Woo! Nice. Okay. Is this also going to be ridiculously fast, or is it going to calm down a bit? Wait, what? Exclusive attack power to red chain? Okay, so prioritize red chains if I can, then, I guess. Okay, no, this is a lot more subdued compared to the last one. Okay. It's the funny bunny. 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 Protect the bunny. Oh, that was a bad idea. They're all insane. Ah. Why am I bad? I'm having a brain fart. Oh! Fail! Okay. That's not gonna help me. Ah! Don't think I want magical curse. Yeah, no, Touhou characters would probably just murder you. Oh! Okay. One who wouldn't blow you up on the spot? I mean... Oh my god. I would just like I would just try to hug everyone and they just immediately die afterwards. That's what would happen. Oh, this would actually be really good. Now that I realize. Yeah, probably. It'll be like the happiest death ever. I mean, I don't think every character would like just straight up murder you on the spot like that, but I mean, for a lot of them, it probably wouldn't be very safe. Okay, that's not exactly how I wanted it to work, but that's fine. Oh! Okay, no, that's fine. I don't think she can really make a comeback at this point. That's fine. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's fine. We got, Dows to, like, what, like 5 times in a row, but we still got it. I'll happily let you crush me for a hug. Yeah, basically, I probably would just chill with the rabbits, the Iente gang, or something. I don't know. How could you not want to hug them all? They're adorable. Probably won't last long with Remy. Yeah, probably not. But I want to give her head pats. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah. I mean, Kaguya and Moku are immortal, so... Oops. Just gotta drink the Horai elixir or whatever it's called. I'm not really sure I would want to be immortal though. That sounds terrifying. But I don't. I would like. I would like to live a long time, but I don't know if I'd want to live forever. Like. It's an interesting subject. Okay, I didn't read what this actually does. Oh, no. You would have a hugging, head-patting harem at your disposal. I mean, yeah. I guess so. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. Yeah, I mean, in a world like Gensokyo, like, there's probably there's probably gonna be some crazy shenanigans happening like every other day. So, yeah, I mean. Ah! They're all good girls. They need the love. You have to worry that the kid. I mean, that's Reimu's job to take care of, not mine. I am bad. Alright. Have resurrection. I think the fairies can at least regenerate or something. I could be wrong about that, but although apparently the bullets in Touhou are like supposed to be non-lethal in universe or something, so I don't know. Oh, that's what this is. Okay. No, no one. I think there's only like 1 or 2 characters that are canonically dead, or like got killed in Touhou, and that's why they you don't see them. Like there's was it Yomu and Yuyuko, which are like part ghosts or something, so they're technically dead, but like they're not dead. There's like one character I know that is like straight up just dead. And like I don't think they ever really mention her. She's just like one of the Prism River sisters that's like a 4th sister that just died at some point. And you just never learn about her really. Yeah, besides that, as far as I'm aware, like, deaths are kind of a non-factor in Touhou. Yeah. I actually learned, like, some of the backstories of some of these characters, like, you would want to, like, give them all the hugs, because some of the backstories are so sad. Probably, yeah. Alright. Whew. Most of the time, the main games have the stories are very like from what I understand, most of the time the stories themselves are like very basic in what it shows you or what it like tells you and stuff, and it's usually up to the fans to like more deliberately decipher things or like make something bigger out of it, I guess. They weren't big magical ghosts that didn't have a tragic story. Yeah, I guess so. Well, at least this isn't Madoka. Okay, I want to get... Am I going to be able to get another... Awaken. Come on. Quickly. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Woo! Yay! Double kill! Double destroy. Okay. Someone wants almost dead one. Yeah. Being a magical girl is hard. Speaking of Madoka, I do know that there's the PS Vita game, which is basically other magical. Yeah. I mean, I have only seen. Oh, it's one of these. I've only seen Madoka. I haven't seen like Sailor Moon or anything like that. I do plan to at some point. Okay, I need to. Okay, hold on. I do plan to at some point. I was gonna say though, in regards to Madoka, there's a PS Vita game that's like, I think it's like an action RPG or something, and I think some people are trying to translate it because it's Japanese only, and there's like a small group of people that are like that have recently been trying to translate into English. So whenever that's done, I would love to play that on stream. Like, I'm not gonna say when I'll do that because I don't know when it will be finished. But whenever it gets finished, I would love to do that because I love me a good action RPG, and I would love to revisit that those characters, and probably end up crying a lot because yeah. Oh god. Why? Bad. Can't. Madness. Oh, I know this song. I don't know what it's called, but I do know this song. I've heard versions of this song, I should say. Yeah. When a magical girl dies with no hug, it's sad. Yeah, when a magical girl dies, period, it's sad. Like, oh my god. It just... I don't know what it is. Well, I think it's like just the way it's like presented, but like I get like 1,000 times more emotional with like fictional media than I do like real life stuff. Like I still feel sad, and like sometimes I'll tear up if something really bad happens or whatever. But if you do the same thing in an anime, I'm bawling my eyes out, like mad. Like, it basically just amplifies my emotions tenfold, and a lot of it is due to how it's presented, but I don't know, it's just really weird how that works. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Like when a character you like actually like dies, then you feel something. Yeah, when I finished Madoka, I was depressed for like at least a few days. I don't know how long it was, but it messed me up. Oh my god. Uh, remind you of Madoka? Basically, everyone gets screwed over. I don't want to go into specifics if people are watching this that haven't seen it before, because it deserves to be seen. But no one gets a happy ending. I'll just that's all I'm gonna say. Well, you never know. I mean, you never know who's gonna watch the VODs later. There is a movie coming out though, so maybe they'll finally get a happy ending. That'll be nice. I don't trust was it Gen or Ibuchi or whatever? Like, he just wants them to keep suffering, I guess. Okay, give me a minute. It's a little bit hard to do this while playing. Well, okay, for first off, I'm assuming you've seen it before, right? No? We don't want to cry. God, I don't... Oh. I really don't want to spoil it. It's not exactly easy to just explain what it is, explain what happened in a short time frame. It's a very short anime. It's like 12 episodes and a movie. I mean, regardless, whenever I play that PS Vita game on stream, I assume it will basically be like the plot of the series, so oh, stop killing me. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I had to focus. Magical girls are in a death game and nobody wins. No, no, no. It's a lot. It's extremely complicated. It's not. Oh God. I mean, there's also Magia Record as well, which is the phone game, which adds more lore stuff, which, I mean... Okay, Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and I'll come back. I'll try my best to try and explain it. Give me a minute. I'll try. Hi. Okay, I'm back. Tell you the full name of it. Oh, just the name of the anime. I could just Puli Magi Madoka Magica. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to summarize it right now. Yeah, no, I don't want to be the one to spoil it. If you want to know more about, if you want to have it spoiled for yourself, that you can always, like, look stuff up, but I don't want to be the one to do that. So almost. Oh, really? Oh, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. That would be crazy to watch that in a group. It is like really good. Personally, I think I would recommend at least giving it a try. Like, I know a friend that I think Jason like tried watching it before, but like I think he stopped it because if it was like too much for him or something. And if that ends up being the case, that's fine. But I think it should at least be given a chance and see how you feel. And again, it's not very long, so it's not like it's got to be a massive commitment. I can tell you this, it was nothing like what I was expecting it to be. I always knew that it was supposed to be like ridiculously sad, but I never knew like what it was gonna be like. I guess I'll just say this. What I was expecting it to be was like the main characters like kind of just go on like a journey or something. Like they go on like a space adventure or some crap, or they get sent to different dimensions or worlds or whatever, and they all have really depressing things going on, and that's all what I always thought was gonna make it like really depressing, and why it's infamous for being like super dark and all that. But that's not what the show is at all. That it doesn't do anything like that. So yeah. I'm sure there are shows like that I've like what I described, but that's not what Madoka is. Uh, watch Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl. Oh, I've heard of that. Well, no, yeah, I know about Bunny Girl Senpai. I wanted to watch that like ages ago. I didn't realize that had like a sad ending. Yeah, I do want to watch that at some point, so I prefer not to be spoiled too much on that. But yeah, that's certainly interesting. What the hell am I doing? No. It hits like a truck because stuff comes out of nowhere and it's punching a gut when you realize it can happen in real life. Well, that definitely has me interested. Because I knew nothing about Bunny Girl Senpai, with the exception of like the title character, and I always assumed it was just like cute bunny girl shenanigans. But now that you mention that, I'm definitely a lot more interested in it. The title means nothing. Fair enough. Yeah, that definitely intrigues me more to see what it's actually about then. No, yeah, definitely don't judge an anime by its cover. Why am I bad at everything I do? Nope. Miss out on a lot of good ones. Yeah. There's a lot of anime that I still need to get to. I don't think that list is ever gonna, like, shrink, really, because there's always gonna be new things that I find, or new things that come out that I want to see. But yeah. If you want a good wholesome anime that I saw, I think like a couple years ago, like My Roommate is a Cat. That is so precious. Oh my god. Sometimes it's just nice to watch something like nice and heartwarming. It does have, like, some sad moments, but, like, yeah. Why are you murdering me? Is the helpful Fox Senko-san? I don't know if I've heard of that. Well, I do like my wholesome and cute stuff, so. I think like one of the cutest things I've seen is like is the order a rabbit, because like it's basically just like a group of girls just running a it's like a coffee shop or something, and it's like the most adorable thing ever. Which way are you eating? Peek a slice of life. Nice. I'll definitely take a look at that then. But yeah, if you're looking for a good wholesome slice of life, then I definitely recommend is the Order a Rabbit. Because it's like it doesn't really do anything too crazy, and it's just a nice feel-good anime. Why did... Of course. Oh. Don't know what to do. Okay. Oh. Oh no! That's why. Yeah, I'm not really sure what everyone else is today, but, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do things solo. Oh, hi, Soph. Oh, yeah. I can't believe we haven't talked about the Direct tomorrow yet, but, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Cause, like, it's pretty much all just gonna be, stuff we don't know about at this point, cause, like, they might do a bit more on, Bayonetta 3, but Pokemon I don't expect to be there. Maybe they'll do, like, a Mario Party DLC thing, because I feel like this will be, like, the last time to announce something like that. I feel like if Mario Party like Mario Party Superstars DLC isn't in this Direct, I think at that point, that's just a bust. They're probably just gonna be working on a sequel at that point. But I would like to have some DLC for Superstars. Other than that though, I don't know. It would be nice for them to finally announce that Metroid Prime remake that's been like in the rumor mill for like a billion years. Why am I like struggling so bad on this? Oh god. Yeah, I think this is a bust. No. Why am I doing so bad? Let's see. Seems like slice of life anime can sometimes be a double-edged sword. I assume what you mean by that is like it's like happy and like wholesome and go-lucky and all that, and then it just near the end of it like punches you in the gut. They do that quite often, I've noticed. Wind Waker HD, yeah. I guess going by like some of the rumors. There's the, well, obviously there's the, Prime Remaster thing, that'd be nice to see. There's Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, which I don't know if they plan to do that in a bundle or release them separately and, like, space out the release. I don't really expect them to release them in a bundle because Nintendo, but I would like to be proven wrong. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Direct. I was almost like 99% confident that there was going to be a Direct at some point this month, so it didn't strike me as too surprising that it got announced. But like, I'm definitely looking forward to what gets announced. Yeah, they'll probably release them both separately for $60. I would not be surprised. Yeah. One of my friends earlier today was just like, look, watch them release like Super Mario 3D All-Stars 2 and it has 64DS, Galaxy 2 and 3D Land. And I'm just like, You know, this wouldn't be out of left field, is the funny thing. Oh, God. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that too much, just because, well, I'd love to just have a way to play Galaxy 2 on the Switch, and also, what is it? It would also just make for a much easier way to record 3D Land, because, I've tried, like, that game runs fine on Citra, but it doesn't, it's not the greatest. It's not like one-to-one to an actual 3DS, but, you know, yeah. I assume it wouldn't be too hard to put that onto the Switch. You just gotta love how... I'm pretty sure that... I feel like at this point... Oh my god. The, 3D All-Stars being a, limited release was just a lie at this point, because, like, you can still find that game for, like, normal, like, price, like, new. So, like... I don't know if they just made, like, a bunch of copies, or they just... or just the limited release just wasn't true, because, like... Good lord. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like at some point in this game, I'm just gonna get to, challenges that are just ridiculously, like, difficult, that I just can't beat it. I don't want this to be the one that does me in. I feel like this isn't even, like, super hard, I'm just sucking. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I keep making really stupid mistakes. Oy. Okay. But yeah, what games are you guys hoping to see, if anything? God, this spell card is really annoying. Oh, I don't know. So sad. Pikmin 4 since that's been almost done for like 5 years. Yeah, that would be nice. I would love a Pikmin 4 announcement. I would like to stream the Pikmin games on as like a mini marathon someday, because there's only like was it 4 games counting Hey Pikmin? Oh, Darkest Dungeon 2. Huh. Yeah, as for me, I think the thing I'd want to see the most would be like that Donkey Kong game that's been rumored for a while now, that I think the Mario Odyssey team has been apparently working on. I want to see what that's about. It's also been a long time since we had a new Donkey Kong game as well, so I think it's high time we got a new one. And the Tropical Freeze port doesn't count. That's not a new game. As funny as New Funky Mode is, it doesn't count. Oh. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be 2D or 3D. Like, I keep hearing like mixed things about that. Like, I'm not really sure what form it's supposed to take, but I would prefer a 3D Donkey Kong game, but I'd just be open to a new DK game in general. As long as it's not something stupid like Donkey Konga. I would like a mainline platformer, please. God, yeah, this spell card is just messing me up. I bet you the one after this is going to be nowhere near as hard. I will say, it's not related to the, direct necessarily, but the more I think about Sonic Frontiers, the more I do get excited for it. I do think, I do think they've made it look a lot better, after the questionable IGN stuff. I don't know if it's gonna be the best Sonic game or anything like that, but, it's definitely the most interested I've been in a new Sonic game in a hot minute. Probably since, like... I mean, I was looking forward to, like, Generations and Lost World and all that, but, I think Unleashed... No, not even that. Like, I'd say, like, I think Colors was, like, the last one where I was, like, really looking forward to a new Sonic game. Oh, Mario Odyssey 2 would be great. I'd love that. I think Odyssey deserves a sequel. Like, I think like Galaxy 2 expanded upon like the first Galaxy. I think they need to do the same thing with Odyssey, because I feel like that concept just has too much more. It has too much room for potential that just hasn't been tapped yet. Like, they need to make a sequel. I'll say this, since the first game did the Mushroom Kingdom as the secret world or whatever, they have to make it Isle Delfino in Odyssey 2. It just makes too much sense. God, I would love that so much. You have no idea. Yeah, can you imagine going through Isle Delfino and like you can just quickly go from like Rico Harbor to Pinner Park and stuff. Like, you know how in Sunshine itself you can just see all the levels are like in the same map, if you will. Like, imagine if with Odyssey they made it go like all the way and you could actually go from one level to the next in one one huge map. Like, I would love that. Because I just love Sunshine's world so much. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom. Yeah, Kingdom Battle did get a sequel. Can we just talk about the Rayman thing for a minute? Like, I am like so happy that like they're doing something with that character after all this time. Because like Legends was like the last console release that they did, and then everything after that was just a bunch of mobile stuff, which is like, what? Man. If you want to talk like untapped potential, like the Rayman series is like highly up there, because like that series deserves way more love than it gets. Like, I don't know what goes through Ubisoft's head, because like well, that was closer than the last few times. But yeah, it's like you have such a great series. Like, do some. Why did they just refuse to do anything? Like, but yeah. Hopefully the Rayman DLC eventually paves the way for a new Rayman game. Shantae game? I wouldn't mind that. No. One day we will be Alice. One day. Alright. Yeah, considering the direct is happening like really early, I don't expect a reaction stream or anything, but yeah. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow tomorrow in general. I might, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I still, when I get back to Spider-Man, I need to do that stupid bomb mission. Yeah, just kill me. From what I understand, Splatoon 3 seems to be getting a lot of positive reception. I know I know basically nothing about the game outside of it being another Splatoon game, but it seems to be doing pretty well. I'm just gonna quickly go through these. Ah, that's not what I was trying to get through them quickly so the spell card would run out fast. But that's not exactly what I had in mind. Play an Astronaut. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself with that. Oh, it's free. Free? God. Bah, bah. Lazy Town reference? Is that what the free is? What the free is from? Because like, I just did that because the others do that all the time. Oh my god. That is kind of amazing. Yeah, yeah, what have you guys been up to? Just to... out of curiosity. Okay. Wanna get... Oh! Damn it. Okay. Been playing Xenoblade 3 like non-stop the past week. Oh, Superstar Ultra, nice. Yeah, I've been noticing you've been playing Xenoblade 3 and Splatoon 3 a fair bit recently. I'm assuming you've been enjoying those then. Because everyone that I know that has played Xenoblade 3 says it's like super good. Like I think Jason actually like he might actually like it more than the first game, which is a high bar for him because like the original was like his favorite game of all time, I think, which is like yeah. Yeah, I know nothing about the game outside of like the trailers, and even then, I haven't even seen all the, like, I didn't watch the direct about the game. I think I've only literally seen the teaser trailer, and then, like, that's it. I haven't really seen anything about the game beyond that. I kind of don't want to. I prefer knowing as little about a game as possible. Especially if it's an RPG. Like, I kind of just want to figure things out as I go. That was garbage. Spent 25 hours in the second area alone. Definitely sounds like you're enjoying it a lot more. I assume you're enjoying it more than the 2, because like you said, you after a point, you kind of just wanted it to end, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Past the first half of the game. Fair enough. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when I'll play 2, but it's definitely on the to-do list. I don't think I'll ever stream Xenoblade games, but I do want to at least play through 2 and 3 eventually. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't see like a Xenoblade stream series being super interesting. Like I feel like those are kind of games you play on your own time. Like I don't think I'd be able to do a decent stream series for something like that. Yeah, I mean, that being said, I did stream Vesperia, which took, like, ages, but, I mean, I don't know. Never say never, I guess, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I can tell you this much, I have no plans on, outside of the 7 remake, I have no plans to stream, like, a Final Fantasy game. Like, I'll stream some RPG stuff, but, like, for the most part, that's not... I don't think that's really going to be a field I'm going to dabble in too much in terms of streams. I do want to play a lot of RPGs in my own time, but, like, yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, come on. Why? Why do you keep barely winning? Ugh. We're never gonna beat this. Oh, that's a good start. Ah! Yeah, when this happens, I always get screwed up. Okay. Eh. That was stupid. Okay, I need to stop trying to do that when she's in, like, special mode. No, I'm gonna die again! Oh, this is such a mess. Blah, 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 blah. Just gotta keep up the pressure. Yeah, I had no idea what to do there. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Oh, God. Pain. Whew. I'm sorry if this is not the most interesting thing to watch, like me failing the same thing over and over again, but I'm doing the best. I'm doing my best. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Shadow. Bah. Oh. Oh. Eh. Come on. Finally! Oh god. That took a while. Okay. An unusual guest. Yay, I get to be Satori. Bubbles in your bones. Okay. You having trouble there? Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will say, talking earlier about characters that need hugs, the Kamiji sisters are like definitely up there. Like Satori and Koishi, like they both need hugs. Everyone needs a hug. Yeah, the thing with with the Satori species is that they can read people's minds, which makes a lot of people hate them, and because of that, they end up hearing a lot of hurtful thoughts, basically, and it made Koishi shut her third eye permanently, which is what is like it's like part of her conscious or something. It's like, yeah, it's just really sad. That is a big number you got there. Right. Haha! I told you! The one after the Alice one was gonna be nowhere near as bad. That almost got a little bit close towards the end, but I still did that on my first try. I'll take it. And Tower of Road to Heaven. Yeah. A lot of patchy stages going on here. This is basically just a rematch of the last level, because it's just the same characters. It's just I'm playing as Patchy now. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. No? What did I do? Change it to blank bubbles. No, sad. Don't do that. What's this do? Oh. I really should be paying attention more to the loading screens and, oh good. The, what the spell cards do. I keep forgetting to do that. I didn't even see what my thing did. Magical girls. Yeah. All the magical girls. Oh! Yeah, I'm just gonna restart. Okay, Sebel's and bonus. Oh, okay, it's one of those ones. Okay, and then Satori just has the one that I... Okay, so, yeah, this basically just is a rematch, like, with the same everything. Huh. I don't know if it's the same song, though, but... Oh my god. Oh! Oh, good. Flames. That's not the most useful, I'll be honest. But, you know. Ah, no. Stop missing. Damn it. God damn it. Oh, I can't. I couldn't time that right. No! Why? Okay. I'm not even sure if I can even get that many points in the time left. Nah. Even if she got like downed, I don't think that would have given me enough points. So this is fine. I can do this. This isn't actually that bad. Now that I've said that, I'm guaranteed to lose to it like at least 5 more times. Why do I keep mistiming that? No, stop. Stop. Ugh. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to hit my mic, headset. Come on. Ah! No! I had that right... Okay. Damn it, dude. I had that there as well, but then I just did a bad shot. Like, that could have been it. If I could spend one night with any magical girl who can't hurt me, who would it be? That's an interesting question. If we include Touhou characters as magical girls, let's see. Raisin is usually, from what I understand, she's one of the more level-headed characters in the series. Sure, so, I don't know, I'd probably hang out with her, I guess. She's the bunny girl, for the record. Anyone they can't. I mean, if I tried something bad, then she probably would try and hurt me. But Raisin isn't really one to do that for no reason, as far from what I understand. Oh. Barnacles. I'm actually trying to think of like other answers to that. Do either of you have answers? It's a funny little question. What the answer to your own question about the magical girls thing? Like, do you have an answer to that? Oh. Rip. I'm not just picking Raisin because I like bunny girls. No. No. Okay. It's fine. Don't need to worry about feeling like you're embarrassing yourself. Trust me, I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to judge people. Oh, you being like you feel like you'd embarrass yourself in front of a magical girl? Is that what you're saying? I can understand that. Yeah. That's not really something I thought of. Cause like these are like hypotheticals that would never actually happen, so I don't put like too much thought into it. But I mean, yeah, I can kind of see what you mean. I like how Sylph is just like Sylph's in in the background while I'm talking about like bunny girls and like magical girl stuff or whatever. Like what the heck is going on here? Such a wild stream. You never really know what's gonna happen with one of these streams. It's always a wild card. For better or worse. I mean, I assume you guys enjoy this stuff, considering you keep coming back. Boo. I try my best. I still feel like I'm not the most interesting person, but I do what I can to be entertaining. Oh, don't say that. That's sad. Oh. Okay, I need to hit this one. Or not, that's not... Okay, that's fine. Okay. No. Oh god. What about making fun of you and drowning you in insults? Yeah, I read that. That's why I said like don't say that. That's sad. That's what I meant when I said that. That was a bad start. I should stop soon, but I do want to at least finish this.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
I figure you're almost done with your stream, but I figured I might as well say it.
Yeah, I probably won't be doing this for much longer. What's up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm cooking Japanese curry. Fun.
Oh, nice.
Got a lot of ingredients though. That's one chop up.
Hmm.
Are you almost done with all the side mission thingies? For
No. there's a lot. It goes up to level 10, and, there's, I think I'm on, like, level 6 challenges at the moment.
That's pretty crazy, actually. Oh, wow. So you're only, like, halfway done?
A little bit more than halfway, but, yeah, it's, still a long ways to go.
You still have all the really hard ones, I guess, still left, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like at some point, I'm probably just gonna get completely shafted.
Like, when it gets to, like, lunatic level, they expect you to be, like, a master at the game.
Yeah, because I'm already, like, struggling on these.
Oh, yeah. And the AI starts to camp.
Yeah.
Just got these carrots with the tops on, and I have no clue how this works.
Just very
Apparently... Or you can go.
Oh no, I was just reading a comment. I'm just very insecure around women. They just don't find me interesting, I guess. Well, I mean...
Dating advice time.
Like, yeah, we were... I guess for context, Shadow asked me, if I could pick a magical girl to spend the night with that wouldn't kill me, who would I pick? And then it just kind of went into all this, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to count Touhou, then I probably would just pick Racing.
Raisin sounds like she'll be really fun. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, she's, like, funny, ironically enough, given her, like, ability, she's supposed to be one of the most, like, whatchamacallit? Not laid back, but, I said it earlier, what's the word?
Friendly to humans?
Well, it's like, I think level-headed was the, word I was looking for. Which, given her ability of, like, insanity and stuff, is really ironic.
Oh, yeah. Apparently the tops of carrots are edible. That's what I've heard now, according to some random website. I don't know if there's optimal flavor though.
I thought I had that. No. Oh, good. Yeah, hopefully we also have a slightly better idea of what to do with C's after like the thing earlier.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's a bit better now at least.
Yeah, because I literally just thought that today. Like maybe I should like make a list of like who should be in like each series, and then we can just kind of work things out from there.
Yeah.
Because it was always a case of like no one really knew what to do.
Oh yeah, I think that is a good first step at least. What is that? One thing is actually the one thing which I do want to be in, which I guess like right now is technically full, is Pokemon, but like I figured that's very competitive. Everyone knows Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's something that that probably be like interchanged and whatnot, because I don't have much to say about Pokemon, so like I'm leaving that to you guys.
Oh yeah, I guess I can ask about that too. It'll be like,
yeah.
Who are the Pokemon fans in chat?
Yeah.
Like I haven't played the latest games, but if someone like records like an earlier game, I would actually record like Pokemon Ranger for a game for myself. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be different.
Yeah. Like the spin-offs, like I love a lot of the spin-offs of Pokemon. Be a fun side thing to just go and an excuse to go and replay all these games.
Yeah. Touhou Smash or Pass. I don't know if I want to do that right now.
Smash or Pass. How late at night is this?
Oh my god.
Someone in 20 years is gonna go through the depths of your YouTube account and be like, oh look at this.
Oh no. Yay. Next stream is gonna be Touhou Smash or Pass. Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that. Oh my god.
Let me know when you do. I remember. Is that an actual game or is it just like a list or something?
I don't know, but well, it's like a thing that people do where it's like they just have like characters from a series and just do like a Smash or Pass or something. Like I've never done that obviously, but it's something that people do.
Very rant, yeah.
content, baby. I mean, yeah. Maybe.
Carrot greens. What are you eating?
Oh, why did I... Okay. I will say, you definitely liven the streams up, Shadow. I appreciate that. You want to know my desires? Oh my god. This is going into a rabbit hole that I don't know if I want to go. I want it to be going down. Oh my god. This reminds me of, I think it was like Brain Scratch where they did like a Q&A thing, and someone literally just asked anal or oral, and that was it.
That was the only.
That was the only. That's all they said. I was like, what the hell? Oh man. No! Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh my god. I keep getting destroyed at the last second. Oh, excuse me. I did say earlier that this didn't seem too bad, and the fact that I said that, guaranteed to lose to this like 5 times or something. Yeah, that checks out.
It's the LP curse.
Yeah. But I haven't heard the LP curse in a while.
Oh yeah, I remember that was a big thing in Brain Scratch.
Yeah.
Was it Brain?
I don't know about Brain Scratch, but I do know it was like a term that was like spread around for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I guess fatigue might have something to do with it, but I'm not that tired. But I should stop soon. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay. So how about that the direct that's happening tomorrow as well?
Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
nice that they're getting on them.
Yeah. I assume it's basically going to be all new stuff, because, like, all the stuff nearly all the stuff we already know about is already out now.
Yeah.
There's, like, Bayonetta 3 and, Breath of the Wild 2 are, like, some of the only exceptions I can think of.
Oh, yeah, like, Bayonetta, I think they had a little trailer for that one time.
Yeah.
About it.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on this week. The Tokyo Game Show as well, I think, is on, was it the 15th, I think? That's at least when they're going to announce all the Mega Man news. Battle Network. And Capcom's going to probably be doing some other stuff. So apparently Sony is apparently like hosting their own thing like tomorrow.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff happening then.
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot to go over, I guess.
I don't know what usually gets announced at, like, TGS, so...
Yeah, it's always random. Like, I think last year it was like, they've had Smash characters announced at TGS, but obviously not anymore.
Yeah.
I think some, like, random games get announced too, but, like, yeah. At least here, Capcom, like, explicitly said they're gonna be more Mega Man news. I don't know if I told you the story that, like, they got a famous Japanese, like, YouTuber to go and to be on the Mega Man section too.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
So, like, it has to be some kind of, like, worthwhile news.
Yeah.
To get the famous, like YouTubers out.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. It costs a lot of money, I'm pretty sure, to go and get, like, whatever, like, famous YouTubers to go and be on your show. Unless they just do it like, oh, it's an honor or whatever. I'm not sure.
That is pretty crazy, though.
Yeah, I know, like, the games are a lot more popular in Japan than they were in America. So, like, I think most people, like, kind of like, they think of, like, Mega Man, Battle Network, and Pokemon in, like, the same terms when it comes to the GBA era.
Right, That's pretty huge, then.
Yeah.
If it's competing with, like, Pokemon in terms of, like, people's, like, attention.
Yeah. There's a reason why it got, like, a 200 episode anime.
Yeah. No. Alright.
Carrot peel is horrendous. Like, I'm so bad at peeling things, but... wow. I, like, bought this thing at, like, an Asian supermarket. I think it was the worst purchase decision. Like, I got this peeler, but it's really awkward to use.
Yeah. Yeah, bad peelers, like, suck.
Yeah. It's like, you know, like, a good peeler should have, like, what is it? Like, the blade, like, you should be holding the blade, and it should be, like, basically, like, perpendicular, I guess, the direction of the handle.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best way of describing it. This way, this one is, like, parallel, so, like, the blade is kind of like, it's kind of like a knife, in a way. You put your hand in, like, a really awkward position to use it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Not a fun time, but, oh well, it works. It works decently well, and it peels stuff, so, like, I guess I shouldn't be complaining too much.
Oh god. You're not destroying me at the last second this time. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna see what the next one is. I'll just give it like 1 or 2 tries. If I don't beat it, then that's fine. But yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yuyuko-sama. Oh god. Oh, okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, that is, like, that basically gives me, another, chance.
Oh yeah, tonight I'm gonna be watching Star Wars Episode 6.
Oh, nice. Is that the, first time you've, seen that, or?
I've seen it before.
Oh,
It's
okay.
interesting because so two of my friends, right? They were like very apprehensive about watching Star Wars. Like I've watched it, like we've tried watching multiple times, but I fell asleep every single time. We like watched it with them, and like they loved Star Wars Part 4. We watched the despecialized edition, which has like no CGI or any of that stuff in there. It's like the original cut movie. Have you watched that version before?
I don't remember what versions I've seen of Episode 4 at this point, but yeah.
For Episode 5 and 6, like so they have the original, like the original version, right? Where it just says like Star Wars, for example, at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, so like the original.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I recommend giving it a shot because like it's very interesting how like especially since they don't have any of the random CGI stuff that they just shoehorned in the '99 release. It makes for a bit of more of like a cohesive viewing experience, I think. I've watched both now at this point. I watched the original. What is it? I watched the like '99 version with my mom when we first watched it. And that just like really like the way you know is like for example in the scene where like Luke and Ben and like Obi-Wan Kenobi are like in the like little like hovercraft thingy.
Yeah.
Then when they go to the town to go and like before they go to see Han Solo, right? In the '99 version, they like add in all these random CGI like monsters.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So like none of that is in the original. So like it just makes more sense. That scene is a lot better. Yeah, all the shots are a lot better.
It's less crowded.
Yeah. There's the other noticeable difference is that they have no what is it? There's no scene with the Jabba that.
Oh yeah.
I think they filmed it with some random dude, right, as a stand-in for him, but they didn't have the special effects to like recreate Jabba at the time.
Yeah, it looks really weird.
Yeah, he looks cursed in the '99 version when they redid the scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're watching the original, and also like, oh yeah, Yoda like got replaced with CGI, I think, in Star Wars 5. Instead, he's like a puppet in the original.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been fun, I guess, without all the extra stuff.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, this spell card really is kind of broken.
Nice. Or you find a character who's really good.
Oh, that was way too close. No, what the challenge modes, mode stages, all of them have like a preset character and enemy, like character and opponent you play, and the spell card it gives you is always random. Well, it's not random, but it's all everything's set basically. You can't pick anything.
Okay. But the ones you got was really good, at least.
Yeah. It basically just completely clears the board, so you get a fresh start.
That is kind of broken.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Since I did that on my first try, I'm just do another one, I guess.
Yeah. Speed run until you get to a hard stop.
I guess I'll just keep going until I lose. I see no reason to stop while I have a groove going. Oops. I say that, and I'm just messing up.
Oh no.
Imagine an official Touhou anime? I would love that. I don't think that would ever happen, but I would love to see that.
Like, the closest thing we got to an official Touhou was the Ufotable animating a crossover with Touhou. But then, like, I think there was so many controversies with that
Wait.
like only what?
What was that?
There actually was a like industry grade Touhou anime that was created. That was like a crossover project.
Oh.
Like a one episode. Yeah. But it's lost media.
Oh, I was gonna ask what it was. Damn.
So like, yeah, the story was that Ufotable, the same like studio which did Fate Stay Night. They're famous for having their unlimited budget works. They basically made this like I think it was Touhou X like Tencho project or whatever thing, and there was this whole like backlash from the community. They were like, no, Touhou has to be grassroots. You can't just have big corporations making anime. That's not allowed.
No.
So then like it was literally just like aired basically like in the theaters.
Oh wow.
So you could if you were in like Japan, I guess at that time, you could watch it. And it never like got a proper like DVD release or Blu-ray or anything. And I don't think anyone ever like even filmed it in the theater. So like, it is basically lost media.
That's insane. The day I can like walk into like a cinema to watch like a Touhou movie or something, I think I would like actually cry.
Yeah.
That'd be
oh
man.
A feature-length film. It was probably like maybe like 30-40 minutes, but like I still figure that's still like a decent amount of like content right there.
Yeah, I would love to see that if like that can be dug up in the like archives or whatever.
I don't know if anyone like I don't know if there are plans to go and like rerun it or anything. That would be really cool if they do.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Agreed. Like.
Man.
Like yeah, the trailer for it is actually like on YouTube. I think you can see it. It's kind of like there's really not that much content in it, but like it's more than nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Carrots are a pain to deal with. Wow. Alright, cool. Okay, that is done.
Well, this is gonna be a close one. I can say that much. Alright, we got this.
Harry, what are you doing up so late?
Hi.
Also, are you a multi-blood character now, Aaron?
I guess more accurately, Tsukihime character, but close enough.
Oh, well, it's something that Type Moon made, right?
Yes. This is Arcuin. Vampire girl. She's in Melty Blood.
Nice.
But yeah, she's more known from.
Friend Melty Blood.
Yeah, she is most definitely in Melty Blood. I won't deny that. But I wouldn't call her a Melty Blood character.
Woo!
Here's probably how most people see in the Melty Blood type Lumina
Yep.
roster. They see Saber, Mash, and a bunch of characters.
Yeah. I guess like calling her a Melty Blood character would be like calling Saber a Melty Blood. Yeah,
Maybe
that's Saber. Right?
I was gonna say maybe Neko Arc they recognize.
Yeah, Neko Arc.
Who's just a giant.
Oh
meme.
god. Alright, this is a fast song.
Yeah, Neko Arc is nothing just big memes.
I love the Neko Arc memes. They're the best.
One of my favorite things in Type Lumina is the fact that I think it's one of their supers is they actually play fake Go and summon Saber. I'm like, what? You just do quick, just a quick video Excalibur.
Oh,
Alright, I got some wacky potatoes. These things are green. Not actually like
Wacky.
potato color. Alright.
I just got home from work and work sucked.
I legit thought you just came in to tell me to to sleep.
Well, part of me was going to, because that'd be significantly funnier.
Okay. Yes, I am playing this, Remy. You are correct, Shadow.
She's coming. Harry, what are you doing up so late?
I mean, just leave.
Yeah.
I've been called out by the Jason. No.
I'm surprised you haven't been called about a Scrappy.
Oh, I don't know what Scrappy's doing. I think he said it was something about having a doctor's appointment today.
Hmm.
So I don't know what is going on with him. Oh,
So anyways, I was playing Sploon 3 story mode earlier today.
nice. Yeah, I will laugh if I actually win this.
There's
no way.
I told Harry this, but without spoiling too much, one of the boss fights in the story mode is literally just a Mario Sunshine boss.
Oh, nice.
Like, literally a Mario Sunshine boss. The only... like, the moment you see it, I promise you will instantly think Mario Sunshine.
It's like a blooper or something.
Nope.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, okay, it's not literally that, but you'll get what I mean if you see once you see it.
Okay.
So what you're saying is someone should mod the game to have the Mario Sunshine boss music.
Yes.
Actually, I can hear not the one when you're fighting Goober Blooper. I can hear like the other one, like when you're fighting one of the piranhas.
Oh.
Like, that's your hint. It plays that music.
Oh, okay.
Why is this potato green? It's
Rather
like
what
a
you're
walk-
thinking of. Rather what I'm thinking of would play that music.
Okay.
I gave Harry one guess and he already guessed Goober Blooper.
Yeah.
If you had to guess
That's
one
me.
more time, what would it be?
The manta ray thing? I don't know.
I don't know how to react to that. Okay, I'll tell you. Do you want an answer?
I don't know, actually.
What was that, Aaron?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, it depends if Harry wants to know.
DM it to Aaron.
Alright.
Alright. Okay, well, I did say, when I was gonna lose, I would stop, so there you go.
Alright.
I tried.
Where is it?
Okay, so we're almost done with the level 6s, so hopefully we can finish that in the next stream. But yeah. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Obviously there's the direct that's gonna happen, but it's like really early for me, so well, it's really early in general, so I don't expect a reaction stream because I'm probably not even gonna be awake by the time it happens. But yeah, I might stream tomorrow. I don't know though. So yeah.
I told Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll see you guys later. I'll just end the stream.
Alright, boo boo. Alright. Like, I'm assuming